Hi, and welcome to Children's Lit. I wanted to go over the syllabus a little bit because we will not be meeting on campus, and I think the syllabus is pretty complex. It's a 4-week course, so it's very condensed, it's very intense, so I thought better just to record a video and go through the syllabus together with you. So if you have your syllabus, take it out now and we can kind of talk about that, or I can talk about that. And after we go through everything and you've reviewed it all on your own and you went through the Angel page, if you still have questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to talk to you over the phone if that works better, or via email. So we're going to start on page 5. Page 5 includes all of the required assignments. So if you look kind of on the left-hand column there, you see all of the assignments that are required for this course. You'll see their weight over on the right-hand side. I guess the left-hand side is where the assignments are. And you kind of see a brief description in the middle of what the requirements are for those assignments. Now, if you look at the first 2 assignments, that's the online discussion and the response journal. Those are ongoing. So the response journal, you're going to see throughout the course schedule that I have due dates for certain response journal entries, but you're not actually going to pass in the full file, the journal with all of the journal entries in it, until the very end of the semester, and that's all done electronically. So let's go back to the online discussion though. I do not have the specific topics for the online discussion here on page 5. I do have them later on in the syllabus, but I just want to let you know that here you have kind of the broad description of what the online discussion is, and then later on in the syllabus is going to be the very specific weekly topics for the online discussions. All right, so going back to page 5. If you go down to the author-illustrator study, that's really just an author or illustrator of your choosing that you are going to do some research on, and you are going to create kind of a visual presentation of their work, if you will, and you're going to be doing that in a PowerPoint format. You are going to be submitting that, as with most of these assignments, you are going to be submitting them to the discussion forum on Angel, which means that you will be able to see everyone else's, and everyone else is going to be able to see your posting. So when you post your author illustrator study PowerPoint, everyone's going to be able to see yours, and you can see everybody's. And part of the requirement for many of these assignments is to respond to at least 1 or 2 different people's postings and give feedback. So whenever you are required to respond, it's actually going to say that right here under the required assignments, so you can see exactly what you're supposed to do in terms of supplying feedback and how many people you're supposed to be responding to, and also the date that you have to respond to someone else. So that's kind of the how do I want to say it? Adds kind of a layer of interest, if you will, to online classes, because you really have to keep to a deadline. You can't post something late. You can't respond to someone else's post late, because it throws the whole course off, especially in a 4-week course, right? So I've specifically listed here, on page 5, you can actually see, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So, where you are, or when you should be responding to someone else's project. I have it very specifically laid out, that due date. I also have a calendar on Angel that has these due dates on it. So you can click on calendar on Angel, and it brings up all the due dates on a calendar format, so you can organize yourself. And just FYI, at the end of each week, so on the Sunday, the end of the week, so that's Sunday, at the end of the week, the forums close. So that means you can't post anything after that date. So I think our first class starts June 4th. Does it go the 4th to the 8th or something like that? And then the 10th is that Sunday. On the 10th, that forum's closed out. The forum for that week is closed out. So any forum for that week, anything you're supposed to post for that week, that's closed on Sunday. So you won't be able to post anything past the due date. So just keep an eye out for that. Okay. So if you look at the very bottom of page 5, your formatting might be different than mine, but there's a WebQuest assignment. You're going to be creating a WebQuest based around a piece of literature. I have it all laid out, exactly what the requirements are. You can actually view some sample WebQuest. There's a few different sites I've put here on the syllabus, where you can actually look at other people's already designed WebQuests and get some ideas. And you're going to also be posting that to a forum and supplying feedback to 2 other people as well. The last part of this section of the syllabus is the keystone. And the keystone is an assignment where you are going to be going into a library, preferably a library that is in an elementary school or even a middle school. You could do that too. And you are going to be basically taking some notes, critiquing it. You are going to be analyzing the texts that are in the library, the texts that are not in the library, the aesthetic quality of the library, the procedures that go along with the library. So you're going to be doing basically a research study on a classroom library. I'm not going to go into detail here because I don't want this video to be, hours and hours long. There is a rubric. It's in the syllabus that you can look at. The guidelines are also laid out in the syllabus. So if you've looked at all that and you're still, a little bit uneasy about the project, I've posted a model of a past student of mine, her project on Angel. So just scroll down on the lessons page and you're going to see a sample keystone. So you can take a look at hers and see how she formatted her paper and organized it. So you can model yours after that if you'd like. Okay, now I'm on page 8, and this is where the specific discussion forum topics are outlined, as well as the required reading for each week. So if you look here on page 8, right? So we have week 1, right? And we have the topics right there. And then further on, we have the actual online discussion topic for each chapter. So usually we're reading 2 chapters a week. The chapters are relatively short. So you're going to be reading 2 chapters from the book each week. And each chapter has an online discussion piece that goes with it. All of these discussion forums are already uploaded on Angel. If you click on any one of those chapters, chapter 1, chapter 4, chapter 2, click on any chapter, it's going to open up into a discussion forum, and you're going to see the topic just as it's stated here in the syllabus. You're going to see it right there on Angel. So you don't have to have your syllabus right in front of you if you don't have it. You can look at your mission, if you will, right there on Angel. Sometimes it's just typing a response, and other times it's something different. So each week brings a new type of forum. I tried to keep it interesting so it's not just the same old typing a response and then you respond to someone else's response. That gets boring. So I tried to add some different ideas to the online discussions. So every time there is an online discussion, so for each chapter there's an online discussion, right? Every time you post something or you complete an online discussion, you must also post or respond back to someone else's. And that's also mentioned here in the syllabus. I put a little thinking cloud here. So remember, for each discussion forum, you are expected to respond to one other person's post. So, and the same goes with these discussion forums. They will close at the end of the week. So just be mindful of that, okay? All right. And the rest of the syllabus really just contains more of the same, as well as the rubric for the Keystone Project. So make sure you do review that because I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time right here reviewing that. Okay, so if you have any other questions, make sure that you contact me soon. And if you're going to send me an email, an Angel, it's always best to click that box that says also send to email or something like that, so that I can also see it in my Georgian Core email because I'll get that faster. Okay? And welcome back for those that I know, and welcome to those that I don't know. So anyway, thank you for listening to me. Take care.